potentially live.
Oh, we're going live?
Yeah, but I wasn't able to get the external mic for. I need an adapter for this. Getting closer. Jesus. It looks wild. Could potentially.
I'm going to be really upset if I get hit by a tree. I'll try.
It looks interesting. Yeah, well, we're actually on the border of New South Wales and Victoria at the moment, but potentially it's a rain here. It's looking interesting. It's probably one way to put it.
Yes.
Walls down there. What is wrong with the lens right now? Why is it so blurry? Yeah, I saw the radar before. It's going to be interesting. I'm in the adventure, so I'm kind of fine. Well, on the other hand, work, not play.
I feel like I'm going to get very wet.
But we're just relaxing at this point. Well, trying to. It was really nice, and it just turned to crap really quickly. Kind of crazy how quick it went south. How's everyone's day at work today? While everything looks unstable over there.
I told you. I'm waiting for the wind to pick me up Mary Poppins style and just carry the flag up into the air.
We're gonna get thunder as well here. Is it gonna be? Got 8 people in the chat. All right, guys. How is everyone? Welcome to another live stream, All Terrain Action live stream. Not really a real live stream, unplanned. Oh shit.
What's so shit?
Hang on. Got you. Unplanned. And
Oh, mother trucker.
why's my music not playing? Oh right. Because I turned it down, silly. I'm not new to this, I promise. Where are you guys? We're currently on the border of Victoria.
You got the wrong kind of music for that. One's not really working, so I need to do it.
Are you
They can't see it. It's not blind at all.
medically repairing human flesh in the back of my adventure? What the fuck happened there?
That's where it rubbed the skin off.
Jesus
Now
Christ.
it's all infected.
It's brutal. There's definitely a good live stream content thing happening right here. We're true professionals here.
Any of you guys here use much in the way of the stretcher tents?
You know what's really funny? You know I thought I was going to shut down the computer at home? I shut down the computer at work.
You Egypt.
Good wonder.
2023.
Point is, it'll be on the road.
Yeah. Just rattling off things we have to do to it still.
Yeah.
Well, these are the minimums that we have to do. Well, I don't know about the guards. Oh, we haven't fully figured it out yet, track life. But after I read the top of the motor and we fired it up, there was no noise. No noise from the lifters, no nothing. The gas system's currently disconnected. So I've got to reconnect that still, and we're going to do one more, like a test drive with that. We can't really legally put the big wheels back on over here. 29 inch, so basically...
Be careful what you say. Here.
29 inches, so basically the same size wheels that Chris is running on his. That's the legal size you can go up to in Victoria. Like, well, theoretically, you could run the big wheels. You just run the risk of
Stop talking.
getting married.
Stop talking.
That's
Please.
theoretical.
We have to test it though at some point.
What big wheels?
Yeah, we have to test options. So
We did.
technically,
potentially-
if we hired the Werribee 4-wheel-drive car for like a few hours, we could test how much of a difference it actually makes.
I think it'll make a heaps difference.
Well, you got to
There's
move.
3 inches of clearance.
You got to, yeah, but is clearance that much of a problem? This is the whole conversation.
We've had, yeah.
So like, there's been so many places I've travelled in the high country where there's been very little amount of time where clearance has been an issue for me. Okay, unless I'm doing something stupid, I'm showing off. Right, that clearance has never really been an issue for me, and that's on legal size tyres. Okay,
Yeah.
so obviously I have a little bit more clearance than a lot of 4-wheel drives, even standard 4-wheel drives. Obviously, if they put 31s or 32s on theirs, and
They're getting close to us. What?
they get very, they get close. They almost get close to a similar amount of clearance that we have in the Adventurer. But I mean,
So you
when
know someone with us on private property.
yeah, exactly. And but what I'm trying to more say is when you look at these things about clearance, like 2 inch, obviously, a lot of you that watch us on our channel probably realise that when you get 2 inches clearance, 2 inches suspension lift, you're not actually gaining 2 inches diff clearance. That's not how it works. Your axle sits.
You get 2 inches of body clearance.
You get 2 inches of body clearance, it sits above that. It's a little bit different for independent suspension, so a lot of the newer 4-wheel drives that have front independent suspension and a rear live axle actually get 2 inches of lift up the front, because independent, you get that lift in the suspension lift with the body lift. But more what I'm trying to say is you obtain your true clearance from increased wheel sizes. At the end of the day, even with, say, a Toyota Prado or something like that, you put 2 inches of lift into that, you're only going to get 240 mils of front clearance. You're still stuck at your 230 at the back. And this Adventure we're in right now, this runs 275, 280 mil true clearance. Pig, when we got it with the tyres that were on it, that had 360 mils of clearance. 360 mils of clearance. Like, just think about this for a second. Put this into perspective for your average 2-inch lifted Prado, Fortuner, Hilux, whatever you want to. At the front is 235, and Pig has 360. It doesn't make like, it sounds good, but you really need it. You really need it.
I don't think so, to be honest. Like, this car here, the only thing a lot of time where this will contact, the majority of the time, is only on ramp over. That's probably the
ramp over angles is pretty much where it's at.
I won't tell you mine then. What is
yours?
I'm curious now.
It's just you. That doesn't bother me. Whatever you want to say is fine. Keith is probably, what is he, 30? He's into 32, 31?
Oh, yeah,
33?
I'm not sure. Closer to 400.
Yeah, see, that's insane. Yeah, that's insane. So,
Yeah.
so I think Pig had 31s.
Yeah,
30.
32.
Oh, 31.6, yeah, 32, yeah.
31.6.
See, Keith, it's weird because...
So that means they're the same size tyres.
But doesn't your fuel tank sit a lot lower than the actual base of your chassis? I thought the Territory does. I think that was... Because when I looked underneath your Territory, I think the biggest crap factor about Ford's design, and I obviously understand they weren't thinking about true off-road in mind, but the fuel tank is in the middle. Like, frontward of the of the middle, behind the front wheels. Like, that is the first point of ramp over contact you're going to get. So I don't know why they've decided to put that there. Doesn't really make sense. But then again, I look at the Fortuner, that is kind of in a similar spot. What they've done, they've put it above the chassis frame, so it can't actually hit, where the Territory has it sitting below. It's actually the lowest point.
Actually, talking about the middle of the chassis, with ramp over, that's actually the worst thing about these cars. And the most dangerous thing with the Adventurers, fuel tank sucks big time. It's that ramp over that sucks. Yeah. It's actually one of the big issues we have with this. Is...
If you want to see out there, I can flip the camera around while I've just got to do this first.
No, I'm moving back here. I just want to do it. One of the biggest problems with this is the brake lines actually run down on the bottom of the chassis. So if you were to ramp over badly on one of these, you potentially run the risk of crushing your brake line and not having any brakes.
What, on here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but we actually got it. They actually put a skid plate into it. You know that, yeah?
If you still wouldn't want to hit too hard on a ramp over unless you have to.
No, well that's true.
Because the brake lines are in really precarious. Theoretically, you could just rerun them.
Nah, I think that...
Is Keith an engineer?
No, I think they're fine. We just need to make a skid plate for it and monitor it.
Is Keith an engineer?
I don't know, Keith, you're an engineer. I don't think so.
Just...
Not like a qualified engineer.
Or do you just know how to work?
He's a territory engineer. Almost done here. Sorry guys, I just remembered I had to do something for work. So I'm just quickly fixing this now.
Has anybody actually... no way. So I remember you've done a bit of welding jobs, some welding work and stuff on your own in the car with different people. Anybody here know what is entailed with converting leaf spring suspension to IRS? Can it be done easily, or is it one of those you should not bother?
How the hell do you right click on a Mac when you remote into a Windows computer? Through on-screen keyboard? Like Control C? Is that where we're... Wow, this is actually working.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody here knows what's entailed with removing leaf springs and putting in IRS. I'm assuming you'd have to bolt in place of some kind or something. I don't know. I tried looking on the internet to find any.
I think you just need to look at what you can weld, what you can and can't weld there, dude, to be honest with you. It's not copy pasting. Oh, pain, guys.
You can weld all that self-taught. I'm a self-taught welder as well. I'll weld it up back in the day. I welded the whole back of our truck back together. The compactor, I re-welded up all the bowl. And stupidly...
bloody Macs are a pain in the ass when you're trying to work on Windows computers.
And I stupidly looked too much at the welding while I was doing it, and then spent 4 days with Flashburn. Good times.
You freaking right click. I'm right clicking like I would on a Mac, but it won't let me right click on the Windows.
You've never had that, have you?
No.
Flashburn.
Oh, no. I thought you were doing it.
No. Shit, man.
I hate when my job becomes hard.
Well, oh, yeah. My old man used to do a lot of welding. His race cars and trucks and shit. It's kind of the same thing. So I picked up a lot of mine. Working on car skills.
Seems redundant that I can't. Alright. Yeah, so throw the questions out, guys. This is a Q&A session. We're just camped up at Caravan Park up in New South Wales. we're here for work, not for an all-terrain thing. But since we haven't got anything better to do right second, why not?
Talk to you guys.
Yeah, just talk to you guys. We don't often get free time like this where it's just we just got time to waste. I'm watching this flag get. Actually, it's not actually getting that wet, is it?
No.
That chair's getting a bit wet though. Yeah, the weather. It was actually really nice here about an hour ago, and it just really went sideways. Right. Do you know what?
What?
How do I get... Can't be 9 of you in here and no one has questions to ask. Ask anything. Anything about our all-terrain, anything about anything we do, our plans. We don't really have plans though.
Rain, go away. Yeah,
Really?
like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care about the rain. I'm in a dry place. Terrain.
Yeah, something like that. I hope it doesn't look like swag.
Oh, our job. Yeah, our job. Yeah, relatively fine. Nothing too crazy. Just normal. We just install stuff, install infrastructure. That's about it.
Yeah, it was. Today was more sorting out all the smaller tidbits for it and analysing what we actually have to do. And
Oh wow, it was that simple. I don't want to talk about it.
no, we haven't yet. We do have we do have some steaks there to cook.
Yeah, steaks are on the card.
Steaks and rolls and cheese.
Which we'll probably cook up at the thing. We should probably check if there's a cut off for that.
That taco is nice. Taco's good.
I got the backup. Crisis averted. Alright, I'm good. I'm free, guys. Sorry about that. Let's take care of...
My shoulder's fucking
Yeah.
I think we gotta wait for the rain to die down a little bit before we go and
When does daylight in these days? 7:30? 8 o'clock?
Okay. We've still got some more stuff to do in the morning, Jordan. Still got a few things to mount got all the mounting stuff tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, it's easy. We just got to basically mount the Starlink. Wi-Fi network. We've extended the Wi-Fi network. There's and we've just worked out how the floods have really affected infrastructure out here for connectivity, but it should be all good.
What vehicle are you looking at changing the leaf springs on and why? Well, that's an interesting question.
Well, it's up to you.
Alright, so the tentative plan in the works, guys, which we are still working on. Like I said, it's a tentative plan. I'll come up here, see. This needs to be that much higher. Something like hunchback.
Just sit there. It's not designed for sitting.
I know that.
I mean, for me, it's fine because I'm sure that it's not really good. It's not really good for.
So the tentative plan, which not this year, by the way, probably not until at least next year. Tentative plan was to make...
Next year, it's not like that's going to roll around quickly at all.
No, I know. The tentative plan was to make a 2-door adventure ute. Now, I've been told, I've still got to look into this a bit more, but we've been advised that the standard VZ ute with the independent rear suspension, all the adventure running gear will just bolt straight into it.
We've slept in it plenty of times, by the way, Jordan. Me and Paul both slept in it many, many times. That's not an issue, but he's got a swag out there, see?
And my swag's out there.
It's not all just... it's just had a bit of a rainfall, that's all.
So yeah, no, the plan is for next year to build a ute, so to take all the adventure running gear and bolt it into a ute, which is fine because the VZ, like the standard tub utes, come with independent rear suspension anyway. Some of them are like 40 minutes, 25 minutes. I sometimes don't have it.
That's why I asked about time lapse things. I'm like, oh, well, you guys are kind of watching a time lapse for 3 minutes. And to give you an idea, if you're ever wondering how long a particular section is on our time lapse on our videos, the time lapse is literally 7 times speed. So, you know, if a time lapse runs for a minute, it was technically 7 minutes. So it's a good indicator to know. I know I've actually had a lot of people contact me and go, oh, I don't really message at all, but I'm following one of your videos and I'm trying to get to a particular campsite. And I'm like, oh, well, this is risky because I haven't put every single turn in those videos, is what I'm thinking. And I said, oh, which campsite? Can you show me which video and which time point you're trying to get to? And like, oh, mate, is trying to get to this campsite at 7 o'clock at night, trying to follow our videos. And I'm just like, all right, how about I move to the option of doing full time lapse? So
we're just chilling in here for now.
If I give everyone a full time lapse of all the turns, I name all the tracks, tell you where we start, where we finish, people are actually following our videos for that purpose. At least now they're not going to get lost, because I felt really bad for this guy. This guy,
he got there in the end.
Yeah, he wasn't young. And I'm even surprised to learn we got people in their 50s and 60s watching our channel. Like, that just blows my mind. But it's just more, I'm not kind of putting it on you guys. You guys should have done the research to get to some of the places, but it's making me feel bad that not all the info's in there. So that's why I've kind of moved to this time-lapse system, and potentially I'm even thinking of now dropping a link, exporting, so on my HEMA I can record all our tracking, actually exporting it to Google and then saving like a Google map. Yeah. So they can click it and I'll actually give them like a route on Google. I'm looking at the option. Here's a, I reckon this caravan. Fucking
Traveller. Expensive. You start then.
Do it. BT50. Whole coaches. Yeah. So back on topic anyway. Who do we have in the chat? We have Chase. G'day, Chase.
So what I was actually saying, so back to my original point. We got a bit off sidetrack. So on our beginner's day last Thursday, my sister took out her basically stock standard LDV.
I wish I could like just show that here.
So she took it. She has the LDV 260, her stock. Yeah. My brain just.
Well, what's happening? I'm helping. Tell me what we're talking about.
So she took out her stock standard LDV. First little ramp to the day for all of our beginners to test themselves on. We lowered down her tyre pressure and her forward drive completely flipped shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We wanted to limp it to the next kind of start point. It was all roads for that part. We hadn't done any tracks at that point yet. So we managed to limp it down to the next start point. We got there, jacked the tyre pressures back up to pretty much highway pressures, and reset the computer to clear it because there was no way to manually clear the damn code. No code. It wouldn't even throw a code. It was like a hard. Like a hard lock.
I think the moral of the story is just getting to the point. It's more the LDVs. They have tyre pressure sensor system. Yeah. If you go below 30 psi, that's what I was getting to. Yeah. That's where the problem is. It actually gives you it displays an actual fault on your screen. It actually says it's forward drive system error.
Yep.
Contact the dealer or something, and it's like I'm sitting there thinking, Okay, this can't be it. You can't actually generate a computer fault
Based on the tyre pressure.
Based on tyre pressure. It's a four-wheel drive. It's got low range. It's got full load. It's got part. Like I'm just thinking this can't be the reason. But
so it is actually confirmed.
Apparently,
she took it to the LDV dealer the other day, and it's confirmed under 30 psi it will shut off the four-wheel drive system.
So,
which I think is the
you don't want to know what I think of that.
Stupidest thing in the fucking world.
So you telling me
that is dumb?
Are you telling me that if I'm climbing a hill with 30 psi and one of my tyres blows out, tyre pressure sensor goes, there's an error, I've lost my four-wheel drive system while I'm on a hill?
Potentially.
That is dangerous, actually.
Yep. Well, to be honest, I'm actually trying to get a hold of somebody.
How do we confirm this? Did this dealership say this?
This is what the dealership told her. I'm actually I've been trying to chase around the last couple of days to a service department, to someone to actually, from LDV, to actually confirm that this is the case and whether there is a way to go around it or not. Because off-road use, that is.
So I know the Chinese are known to make cheap things, but like Asians are actually in that world of things, they're actually relatively intelligent. Like the ideas they come up with, the concepts are good, but this can't be a
thing.
It can't be a thing because
So I don't know. I'm trying to contact someone in a service centre who can actually confirm that this is a thing, and that if it is a thing, I want to find out if there's a way to bypass it. Because to be honest,
can you wear like a GoPro or something or a hidden camera with this? Like, this is a full episode, dude. I'm telling you, LDV 30 psi is big no-no. You get a dealership saying this.
Yeah, I need.
Please explain how are other people with LDVs getting around this? Obviously, I see them off road.
Yeah.
And they seem reasonably capable once they're tracking around at 30 psi. But there's got to be a way around it. So there's no way every LDV four-wheel driver is driving around at 30 psi.
No way. Not a chance. It's I don't know. I did read something that might be like a TPMS bypass module that you can just plug in.
Yeah, but that's aftermarket, right?
That would be aftermarket. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bypass the TPMS system.
I
it just freaks it.
I need to research a bit more into this. I reckon even wear a hidden camera. Screw them.
I just walked into one of those ASMR sleep videos of
this is not. You're on YouTube. This isn't OnlyFans. I promise. That's another program.
No, we're just sitting in here because it's a bit. Oh, our there's wet. And we didn't bring chairs.
No, then we.
Okay, I didn't bring chairs.
Yeah. We're at a caravan park up in New South Wales at the moment. That's Walls.
Swag.
I'm
actually in the market. Oh yeah, that reminds me now. We've got a few more people in here. I'm actually in the market, guys.
Oh my god. Trying to get the camera.
The cameraman look?
No, I haven't actually. That's what Jordan's for.
I'm actually in the market for a new one of them.
New one of them, a off the ground stretcher swag.
An off the ground stretcher, yeah. I think they're actually called a stretcher tent. I don't know if you guys know of any good ones. I've been trying to look up like all afternoon. I can't. Spent about an hour before trying to work out if there was anything good and what good ones were. But it seems to only be like about 6 different types. And that seems to be it. Like I don't know, like if there's ones you can get from overseas. Because the Dune one, my Dune one here is a bit like falling apart. The fly screen is kind of that. That frail that I think if I were to grab it like that, I could actually just tear it. Hey guys, want to let you know I enjoy your video. Go to My Adventure, Gavin Credible. Thanks, Gavin Credible. Oh yeah, I don't really advertise that often. I do have.
We should get you a shirt, an all-terrain action shirt that says, "Oh, also, I write books." Check it out, fictionbites.com.
Yeah, fictionbites.com. It actually has all my short stories in there. I'm in the process of re-overhauling that at some point.
Yeah, Kayla, we're currently just over the border in Miami at the moment, up near Echuca and by the Murray.
Yeah.
For work, not for actual mainstream work, not for all-terrain action work.
What I was doing rain on tent roof ASMR sleep video later on.
Oh fuck, do you know? Keep forgetting we're live, I can't swear. Do you know what?
There you go, Jordan.
It sounds so good when I'm sleeping and it's like 4 a.m. in the morning and all you hear is tip-a-tappa, tip-a-tappa, tip-a-tappa. And then I just open the curtains. I'm like, That's so peaceful in the rain. Love it.
But yeah, look, hopefully this rain goes away.
That doesn't really affect us sleeping.
Not sleeping, but hopefully it's not there tomorrow morning.
Oh shit, we gotta be on the roof, don't we?
Yeah.
We really should have did that today, man.
We really should.
They said it wasn't gonna rain though, so I'll blame them.
You need to lift it all drive on some of those roads. That's just in the caravan part.
It would have been at one point during the floods.
It wouldn't have driving in. Not past the reception area anyway.
Yeah, so back to anyone who's just joined in, we're doing Q&A with All Terrain Action. Currently up here at Naima for a bit of a work-related thing, not to do with All Terrain, but we like
Also
to
glad the channel did not
camp out and chill out. So this is our night away in between our job. Thought we'd, just do a bit of a...
We're also glad the channel did not get deleted.
Yeah, that's also good. I was really stressing in the morning. Wal can confirm. I was pretty much carrying on like a loose cook around the kitchen screaming.
He really was.
Is that Jen?
Yes.
You tell me so I can't look at it. Maybe that's what we should do as a side thing, Wal. So we should get a caravan park and sit here, the camera, and you call people trying to reverse their 30-foot caravans in.
It's 37 degrees and no hint of a sea breeze here. Quite a while since it rained. You would call that maybe a month, maybe more. Yeah, it's I don't think these guys really want any more rain up here.
No, they've had enough. They've been enough wet conditions for
I think it was 20 metres off the Murray with 20 metres up. It broke the bank. Just a mess.
37 degrees, no hint of sea breeze. Where are you, Fu? Queensland, maybe? Don't tell me this is Australia.
Territory? Pretty warm up in the territory at the moment. Just talking to Emma the other night. Emma.
Okay.
He was live on TikTok.
One of those TikToks, huh?
No, she's just getting back into her shooting.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, doing it for a while.
So 11th of Feb, sorry. Jeez, we're in February now. 11th of Feb, we're out on a day trip in the high country. Bit of I've got to do that after this. We'll set the event up.
You do need to set the event up.
So we should have another video for a intermediate day trip coming out in a couple of weeks' time. So you guys can see some actually new people that have come and joined the channel. So community members, I guess. Should be good. A couple of nice vehicles in there to join the mix of things. So it should be good.
Well, it'll be a good day, I think. Should be a good day.
I think it's trying to... You didn't come. I have no idea. Anyhow, yeah, if you're joining live stream right now, we're just doing a Q&A. Somewhere in New South Wales.
Latest pics on the Patreon.
Yeah, I'll post copy-paste pictures to Patreon from the phone. I'm lacking in the Patreon content at the moment. It seems to be a bit of a struggle.
I'm bonus got the because I check it out. Maybe he's dropping the caravan in.
Maybe.
Because that's the right next to him, so I park the car next to it.
Still doing what they do.
Patreon helps.
Yeah, so if you want to,
yeah,
so if you want to support us, you can join our Patreon and do monthly contributions for as low as I think it's like $2 a month. It's only $24 a year, but it all helps from us planning future things, camera gear. I mean, right now I just bought this little thing, which will help improve our... A lot of times, like, it's hard when the camera's far away and we're trying to talk to you guys, like, it's really hard for me to edit. So I bought these Offroad things that just clip this onto the phone, and me and Wal can have one of these each. They've got windbreakers on them. I've still got to buy another adapter for one of these so I can actually connect it to the phone. But these will enable better audio. It's just small things like that that support money goes to make content a bit better. A lot of you would have noticed I've moved away from the GoPros and gone more to phone recording just because the quality is a lot better. But I still use the GoPros for action stuff like permanent time lapse, dash filming.
Question: which, if any, YouTubers do you guys draw inspiration from, and how long have you been going for? YouTube, what, 5 years, 6 years now?
YouTube. So many of you may not know, but we started online streaming as actual gamers. We started in 2013 as, I guess you could say, we were a professional competitive esports league. One of the first in Australia for a game called Dota, and we became partnered with Valve, and that was like one of the, we were actually told we were the second company ever in Australia to actually engage as actual partners with Valve Corporation in the US. We're the first official Dota tournament here in Australia. And it was before electronic signing. This was when they would send us contracts that thick. We have to sign it and then get an attorney to look at it and then send it back pretty much. And then that went on to about 2015, in which then I became a coach and a team leader for a Counter-Strike team. And then I actually played, I was a streamer basically for Counter-Strike on Twitch, a partnered streamer until about 2017, where it kind of flaked off. And then between 2017 and 2019, I got into the kind of, I guess, camping scene. I wouldn't say forward driving scene, going to the camping scene. At that point, I think we had like 3 or 4 Holdens, didn't we? No adventurers. It was only about 2017 when I said to old Black, damn, let's get one of these adventurers. I've always wanted them. We bought a V8 one. I think it was $4 grand. Do you remember the silver one?
That was our first. Yeah, the first one was V8.
And look, it all spiraled from there. We went camping. We did some things. One day I decided, you know what, sell the HSV, sell the SS, get rid of everything, and just pocket us with adventurers. And by about 2018, we started doing YouTube. So 2018 is officially on my birthday month, and I specifically remember this. March 2013, I was like, you know what? 2018, sorry. Thank you. Let's try YouTube because, you know, Twitch is going sideways anyway.
Glad we got our Twitch on.
And look, it was a very slow start. Like, I guess the best to say, YouTube was not what I thought it would be. And YouTube's a very hard game. Very, very challenging place to be. I think it didn't really take off till about 2020. 2020 is where we actually started. And I know you're a YouTuber, Chase, so this actually might be interesting for you. But YouTube doesn't really feel like anything's happening, always. Like, it just literally, it feels like you upload a video and nothing happens. Okay, you might get like 10 views here and 12 views there, and randomly one day you're just like, oh, suddenly I get like 100 views for this video for no particular reason. I didn't do anything, it just happened. That kind of happened like that for us between 2018 to about January 2020. And then one day, all these people started commenting. Like, it was just kind of weird. Like, oh, you know, I bought an adventurer, or hey, I got an adventurer, or it was always to do with adventurers. Like, it was just, we were like the authority on YouTube. You'd search adventurers or Offroad Commodore, and we would have a video coming up. We didn't even know that was happening. That's just what happened, because I was like, what's going on here? And then as 2020 moved into 2021, it was kind of weird. Every video was kind of getting at least one comment, and it would all be getting regulars. And then kind of by the end of 2021 to 2022, we just had all sorts of things happening. Like, we'd be going on trips and people are like, oh, I know you, I watch your videos. It's like, what? It's like, I don't know that. Like, it's kind of weird. That was so weird. Meanwhile, we get people walk up to us in the shopping centre with their kids and everything.
They'd be like, whoa, and we're like, who are you? We're like, he's like, oh, we're just a fan. Because, well, we were fans. We just watched on YouTube. We're like, okay, oh, that's cool. Nice.
And I remember the first time I looked at like, I don't even know how to respond to this. Like, because we're dressed up in like, not amazing clothes. Like, we just
using a t-shirt.
Yeah, we just had to run down to the shop, so we didn't, you know, it wouldn't be what I would call presentable. And I said to, well, shit, we got to be careful now. I feel like something's kind of happening here. Anyway, but anyway, by the time that way, so start of 2022 to like the end of 2022, so like only last month, something's kind of like it's kind of started happening. Like we've gone from 700 subscribers in basically a one year window to 1,700 subscribers, because that's pretty much where we're at now. Which it's only small numbers. Like it's nothing to brag about, but it's almost like even though the subscribers are doubled, the actual engagement from the audience has changed. Like it's crazy. The engagement's like absolutely crazy now. I almost can't get away for a trip without running into someone who knows us. He literally stops and goes, "Oh, I watch you guys," and they you know, it's all friendly and it's all good. And then I've run into these other guys that want to tell me a story about how their mate got stuck, and he got stuck in the way we came into the campground, and we come in late at night and we made it, no worries. And you know, it's a lot of funny stuff happening at camp. And now pretty much it's almost, I don't think we can go on a trip without being recognised now. It's actually not possible.
Nah.
I think every trip now, no matter where we go in the high country here in Victoria or in Loderdurg State Park or anywhere, there is at least one person that will recognise us.
Cars, yeah.
100%. That's just happening now. It's unavoidable. There was even a time when I went out on a trip without the adventurer, and I ran into two people, and they were super disappointed I didn't have my adventurer out. I had the Fortuner out because he wanted to show his mates. His mates are not really big believers, but he 100% knows. And so for that reason, I really take this thing everywhere now. I mean, that's why I'm in it now. I could have driven up here in a fuel efficient car, but I decided to take the adventurer.
I suppose the other half of that question was, do you draw inspiration from any YouTubers?
Ah, that's a hard one. So obviously when Tyler Thompson was much smaller, so I'm talking when he only had about 8,000 subscribers, I was following him. That's when he did a lot of forward driving with just him and his son. I don't know if you follow it, I assume you would, being the forward drive thing. And he used to do a lot of stuff in his nav, really basic stuff. He used to travel a lot around New South Wales. Yeah, I drove a lot from him. And then I remember, I think it was Ronnie Dahl he did a walkthrough video with Tyler and his nav. There was another YouTuber, so I don't remember being nav, I remember being a Fruity for some reason.
The same Tyler straight.
No, I'm wrong. Sorry, now I'm thinking. I think Tyler was interviewing someone with a troopy. And that was when he was about 15k subscribers. And it was very shortly after that he decided to give up his teaching as a school teacher to kind of go full time on YouTube. And then pretty much, obviously everyone else knows that story. Between then and now, that's kind of gone crazy. And I wasn't I wasn't like a fan that would watch everything. But a lot of his content came across, I connected with it because of his forward driving with his son. And really kind of been on the exploration type of path, adventuring. But, and I don't mean this in a negative way, in the last six to 9 months, I've kind of disconnected from watching that channel. Only because I know nothing about patrols. And to me, it just feels like he's really building like kind of mighty patrols at the moment. Nothing wrong with them. I don't have anything against patrols, trust me. It's just, it's not my world of things. Like I don't understand them. I don't buy them. I know very little about them. You ask me what forward drive I'd want to buy, and I'm going to tell you it's probably going to be a 76 series wagon. That's what I want, you know. My end vehicle probably will be a 76 wagon converted LS setup, but that's not now. If the adventurers are around, I'm hanging on to them for as long as I can, but they'll be gone one day. They will be gone. They're not going to last forever.
Peter said he got his shirt and stickers.
Yeah, good on you, Peter. Oh, that's awesome. That took ages. I don't know why it took so long to get to you. You ordered... Yeah, why did it take so long to get to you? Did you only just get that, did you? It's,
I don't really watch a lot of YouTube.
I thought it was early January.
So I don't really draw much inspiration from YouTube. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube.
Another channel... I think another channel that I watch, I guess.
I do, however, I haven't been doing much in the last probably year. Actually, I've not really done much since my surgery.
Last year?
No, that was the year before. That was the same year Bailey before. I haven't really done a lot of campfire cooking stuff since my surgery, but actually that's probably something I'd probably like to try and get back to a bit more this year. Maybe doing some more campfire cooking stuff.
I'm hitting the roof. Because I've made the mattress, I put something underneath this mattress at the top end to make it a bit softer, and I think it's taken away my clearance.
Yeah, we'd like to get back to doing some campfire cooking stuff this year. Just you know, whipping up some really cool recipes to do at camp.
Oh, stream quality is amazing. Come on, YouTube.
It's
I don't know why. YouTube only lets us stream at 720p, yet we have phones that do 4K video. Makes plenty of sense.
Yeah, so I really need to rejig our cooking system. It's been neglected for a while.
It's really miserable around here. We're going to work on a roof tomorrow. This is not inspiring confidence, this weather.
But yeah, no, I really need to do a rejig our system. I need to get a proper. Actually, that's what Michelle was saying.
What's that?
We've got to go down there and see her.
What's this for?
For the cooking stuff, because it's really close.
I didn't mean to close that.
Because you know how I said I wanted to look for a cast iron pot?
Yep.
They're getting rid of some of the bigger ones.
Probably get some recommendations maybe from people.
Well, no, Michelle said she's got a couple of big ones that they were being able to get rid of. She said that next time we're down there to have a look, she's happy to move them onto us because they're not going to use. They're gearing up now. They're giving up so they can only have the what they minimal need in that in the cookie.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't want to carry anything too big and bulky and stuff. So all the big bulky cast iron pots they have, they're getting rid of.
I probably should have said I do watch Territory Offroad. I mean, that's like what Keith does is actually interesting because he doesn't really care about like legalities, but is more about the objective of capability. It's actually really interesting because it does interest me a little bit. I wonder what you could get out of an adventurer if you fully built one. Good type, big, decent size. 31s, for example. Bash plates the whole way down. Side, rock sliders, rebar work. Like I wonder how far you could take an adventurer. It'd have to be a V8 one, obviously, because of the weight. But how far you could take an adventurer before you kind of get to a point. Like where does the diminishing returns get up? At the moment, I'm on the Pat channel of keeping it stock looking as possible on the outside, and kind of doing mods to it to get it up things, keeping that kind of general normal look.
Since you were getting recognised everywhere, it might be time to print some cards to hand out to make a social media profile.
We already have them. That's something you probably don't know. We have pretty much every single person now that we see on the track, they get a sticker. If they want cards or stickers, we've pretty much got them. Center console's full of stuff. At some point, I would love to be able to probably get a mass production of our all-terrain action shirts, but not the high quality ones. I would just fabricate something from China or something, some company overseas that could produce cheap quality shirts we could just give away. Like we just literally have boxes of them sitting in the car somewhere, and every time we see someone, what size are you, mate? All right, there you go, the shirt. You know, I mean, there's been times I just driving around. I like go check out the campground, and out of nowhere, so I'm like, Chris, and I'm like, what? I'll go drive over to them and have a good chat, and it's really good. It's a massive community, and the people, they're not the people I expected that would be watching this stuff. Not the people I run into. There's the age range is huge. Like you're starting from someone who's just got their license, started forward driving, to people that pretty much as old as what my parents would be. Like it's weird as. YouTube used to tell us that our viewing age used to be around mid-20s to mid-30s. Yeah, that's not like that anymore. Now it's like across the board in age. But what I was going to say is, you guys, I don't know if you, sorry Chase, I don't know if you're still here, mate, but I was going to mention, it's Tyler. I do watch Jack and Megan. I don't know if you know, they had the Prada that they put under the water up in Cape. I watch a lot of their stuff, and they just got a four-wheel drive recently. I ran into your channel, Chase, also because you started commenting, and I check you out. It's more about, there's a lot of channels out there, and you can't find all of them, so it's really good when people comment, because that's how you kind of... One of the big channels I do watch, I don't comment much on, 4X Over. He has, Andrew has some...
That's the old one.
Yeah, with the troopy, like, he has some seriously wise words. And I think he's honest. I don't think there's any part of what he says has ever been influenced. And that's something that I really like. I mean, I watch a lot of Ronnie Dahl. I always have. That's how I ended up with the Fortuner, because he did a review in 2020, end of the year, about the Fortuner, and I just was like, yep, done. That's what we're going to buy as our four-wheel drive. So finally, when everyone says, why don't you just buy a four-wheel drive, I'll be like, yeah, I do it somewhere over there or at home in the shed. I don't know. I drive around the city.
Yeah, I know campfire cooking is pretty popular, like, isn't it? I see a fair bit of it on Insta and stuff. The problem we had with a lot of campfire cooking stuff early on was our microphone setups and our camera setups were a bit hard to manage.
That's why we got this.
But that's why we've got that. The other problem too is sometimes the kids would scream and camp while we were trying to do it, which is why a lot of why we stopped doing it, because you'd have the kids screaming in the background and you couldn't hear anything I was saying.
I know you guys probably don't care, but at the start, it was kind of like, we're trying to make content that people are going to watch. We don't want you to watch and have like kids screaming at high decibels, and it was very, very hard. I mean, we've kind of relaxed it a lot bit now, because it's mainly because I know that we have a lot of people who are willing to watch, doesn't matter what's going on, but we're still kind of trying to deliver a certain level of content quality. Do you know what I mean? Keeping it real, involving everyone as much as we can. I mean, there was even a point where I had to take a step back and go, oh look, you know what, guys, I'm really sorry. We probably do need to include the kids a lot more, so we need to figure out a way to build this channel where the kids can be involved without altering the way they have to behave. They should be able to just naturally be themselves. And that's a conversation we have with the kids, and they're a lot better now. Like,
yeah, things have changed a bit more.
Like they'll know if the camera's recording, they'll be like, oh, they'll go play over there. Or Wyatt, one of my kids is always a little cheeky. He'll be trying to sneak into the video and doing hi.
The struggle is real, same for us, yeah.
But that is something that's happened. I'm actually in the middle of like a father's support thing. I'm just going this thing at the moment to try and talk to other fathers. And it kind of keeps me one idea that my wife said. She goes, you see how many dads, and this is no, like, this is not, I'm not being just talking about dads.
Hey,
obviously there's mums and stuff.
We're,
but I want to start a program about dads and kids connecting, camping and four-wheel driving. That is another program I want to do. It's another idea stacked in the box to do, but that is something in the future where I want, basically. And this isn't just dads that don't get to spend much time with their kids. It's dads in every aspect. Like, it might be the fact you might be a dad that spends a lot of time keeping like the finance of the family together. You don't get a lot of time to spend time with the kids. I want to build a program where you can just go camping and spend that and build those relationships with your kids. Stuff that used to happen a lot before computers and technology came, and bring that back out. But yeah, Josh, welcome to the chat. We're not out bush. I'm actually up here in New South Wales, South New South Wales, just on the border of Victoria at a caravan park. That's where Wal's sleeping. And we're just doing a Q&A because we're here for work reasons, not related to all-terrain. And since we're here overnight in the adventure, thought we'd do a Q&A. What can go wrong? Talking about random stuff. Get to know us a little bit more. Ask, anything. Oops, that's a lot of rain. Yeah. Yeah, but so this year, I do want to get back to doing some
campfire really nice campfire cooking. I've actually done, not a lot of it actually made it to production because a lot of the video wasn't usable. Some of my best cooking was not actually usable.
That happens a lot.
So I actually did make, and I don't think this actually made it to video because I think we found a lot of the video wasn't usable, was the gluten-free and dairy-free cottage pie made at camp in the campfire oven. I don't think that actually made it to video production because it was all the video wasn't usable.
Something happened. Maybe wind. I know a lot of video footage, like in Simpson, we almost couldn't use that video in Simpson because all you heard is like, just imagine a fan next to a bloody microphone. I wish I had this set up. This would have been
Right.
these little Rode things would have been amazing. Actually, I had these. I just didn't have the right adapters.
You left the adapter at home.
Yeah. We're sitting at Cooper PD, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I have left the adapter I need
At home.
2,500 kilometers back at home, and I only realised at Cooper PD. So. And that happens. Don't tell the number in chat.
I did cut out.
That's a problem. We need to be careful of that incoming calls. Call from.
Yours the only one that reads it out, not mine.
Oh, it's
That's
mine.
my iPhone.
No, is it? Bad iPhone. Don't read
Actually,
out
I think
phone
it's
numbers.
reading out of... No, is that?
No, it's reading out of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I did all the mince, all the veggies, everything in the pot. And then I pre-boiled, before I did all the meat and stuff in the pot, I actually pre-boiled and pre-mashed the potatoes in the pot first. Then I put it all in the pot, put the potatoes on top.
What?
Oh, wow, that's ridiculous.
Oh, the taco?
Yeah,
Yeah.
90 kilos, that's... Dude, you wouldn't be able to walk, you'd be crawling at that speed, at that weight, Jesus. And then I got, because Michelle is gluten-free and dairy-free, well, gluten intolerant and I don't know what.
You know what? I actually had a thought, and I was going to talk to you guys about this. Is it not possible to just convert our entire camping everything into gluten-free?
Oh, I can.
Because dairy's not an issue, right? Because dairy's easy to clean. Low risk? Or is dairy like a big... I don't know.
Nah. I don't,
It's not like gluten, where gluten...
Nah, gluten is what is the nasty.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, if we convert our full camping, everything we do at camping, move to gluten-free,
I don't know.
well, I'm just thinking that could be a good thing. Everything we do, that way from certain points, say, so from March 2023, everything that we do cooking-wise is gluten-free. What are we talking in costs? Is it like double, 30% more?
I don't know. I have to look at it.
We'll have a think about that, because I'm actually...
Jordan has said a hell of a lot more expensive to do that. And harder to do.
It's harder to do because... I think it's harder to do because you constantly can't mix stuff. But if everything you have is from a gluten-free setup, where can you go wrong? Bread's the biggest...
Bread's
the danger. I understand that.
We don't... But bread's easy enough to keep separate. Like, we can still have normal bread.
Anyway, it's not a discussion for the stream, but I just thought... That's something I thought about.
More than double with some stuff. Some stuff, yeah, but certain things like certain sauces and stuff, it's easy enough. Because a lot of people prefer about the same cost, or if you find a different branded version, and sometimes it's even the cheaper branded version, you can actually find gluten-free stuff. For example, Worcestershire sauce, the Coles one, the cheapo Coles one that's $1.20 a bottle, it's gluten-free.
Yeah.
But the more expensive $4 or $5 a bottle stuff, not.
And I remember we found that at camp. Remember we showed Michelle and we're like...
That was actually when I did the Shepherd's Pie.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, because I actually think I might have some type of intolerance developing with gluten. And even if I don't, why not? Like, that's just easy. Everything you see on the channel now is a gluten-free product, and it comes down to you. Because there's so many people out there.
Yeah, I know.
So many people out there.
But
and half the stuff you make is still so good. Even the gluten-free stuff that we make, so good. So good.
salmon risotto.
So good. Yeah.
Salmon risotto is actually gluten-free. Depending on the stock you get.
Yeah, true that. Anyway, moving on. Next question. Yeah, that's probably the only few channels that I can remember. I mean, I do watch Mad Matt, but I mean, he's more of a top-end influencer than anything else. That's pretty true to his word. A lot of the other smaller channels I used to watch have vanished. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Like, whatever happened to... there was another channel...
What happened to that Overlander chick you were watching?
She still does this stuff. I'm more talking about... what was that? The Subaru guy in the West. He just vanished. Some people used to talk, just vanished. Even Swagging with Ben, he stopped publishing. Not sure what's going on with that. Like a lot of small YouTubers that kind of got to like the, I don't know, they just disappeared. It's kind of weird.
What's Ben just taking time off or?
Oh, it could be. Not sure. So anyway, that's it again.
Good, but stuff is horrible.
Oh, fuck it.
And those crackers right. Weren't amazing.
Yeah, I think it comes to do with custom making the food.
Yeah.
I think you need to custom make the food because
I know like the breads and stuff are a bit. Yeah.
I tried that gluten-free bread, amazing. The
Kids sells one.
Yeah, and the kids didn't even notice any difference. But she pays like $25 a loaf of bread. Like I get that. That's not cheap bread.
Yeah.
Like it's not $3 bread, it's $20 bread. But I'm just saying, I'm finding that a lot of the gluten stuff that Michelle has,
yeah, some stuff's alright.
I
wasn't a big fan of the bread, but I find it a bit dry.
I haven't come across anything I haven't liked, so that's. I mean, that's me.
Don't sell butter, do it.
Huh?
But bar.
Anyhow. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else, so you want to... Yeah, that was being shared. He also stopped publishing videos too.
So yeah, hopefully in the coming future, guys, more campfire cooking.
Plenty of... I was gonna plenty of like solo female overlanders and four drive I watch them because I actually like to. A lot of them have. So you got some that are extreme.
Seek Adventure was a good channel.
Oh, Seek was beautiful. Seek was great. Seek was one of the probably. It was a good kid. I like him, but he disappeared around the time when we started. I don't know. You followed. You watched a lot of his stuff. If you watch a lot of his stuff, but.
Is that the dude that used to get himself with his stuff to show the old stuff?
Yeah, he did some videos like that, yeah. Went down the beach and stuff. I think he had I think something happened with his mate. Something. But he just wanted to get back to focusing on what he enjoyed, I guess. Or at least that's the story that everyone got.
Australian Rural Adventure is back up again. Post giving a strike.
Yeah, no. See, Australian Rural Adventure, something weird happened. It was a kickboxing thing for like, I don't know, for like a couple of weeks. I can't be the only one that saw this. I would click my bookmark and be like, why am I at this weird YouTube?
They get like hijacked or something.
I don't know. And then I emailed Dougie and never got a reply. But then I went back to his thing the other week and it was up again. So then I messaged one of the videos, but he's apparently there. I got like a really code name, like a code response, sipping a red wine by the olive tree. Is that a code? Is that a saying for something?
Oh.
I'm not sure. No idea, but he was supposed to start doing trips in a van around Australia. I think he bought a new van. Life happens, I guess.
Doesn't it?
Oh. Okay, we need to just get a roof lift in this by like 2 inches.
And a visa.
The climate control system in the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're really cheating in summer.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that.
Okay. I need an ice pack. That's weird. You're not on a visa. Run an ice pack so it runs off fuel.
Yeah, I think I'd be happy with the visa.
Battery.
Lithium.
Raw?
Lithium? There's some lithium batteries can put out 100 amps. In current. But a lot of them are standard 50 amps. Which is, I don't think you understand. Do you actually understand what 50 amps is?
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Build the electronic stuff.
You can run a dual compressor, air compressor on about 50 amps. That's a reasonable amount. Even 30 amps is considered high. 100 amps is real up there. Gee, I don't know what you'd need for 100 amps. Probably inverter, big demand inverter. To give you an example, like that inverter there is only probably about 15 amps. And that's 700 watt. So,
Yeah. I don't know. I think I need to fix up a few things where I can't play. We're lacking in a few. We're lacking in a few.
Snow trip? Oh yeah, maybe. Silly thing about a snow trip. Firstly, can't get chains on the adventure, not unless I go down in tyre size. Secondly, no experience in the snow, so that could be catastrophically dangerous. Yeah, so I should say it's not that I've had no snow. I've actually driven the adventure on snow before, just not off-road snow, like where it's crazy thick. Yeah, I don't know about that. Could be on the cards. Might engage with some experienced snow forward drivers to go on a couple of trips.
You'll be up. You'll be okay.
I will definitely not take anyone snow forward driving for at least a couple of years. I'm still watching this guy set up this caravan. How long have we been talking here? We've been on stream for an hour. We're back to the caravan in an hour and a half ago. And it's now an hour and a half and it's just got the power going. I think we set up our setup like in 15 minutes.
Fraser trip. 82 minutes.
Yeah, Fraser trip, that's gotta happen. Calgary, as they now call it. Yeah, we gotta do Fraser. I have family in Harvey Bay, but not family I drop in and see willingly.
I don't know if we'll be able to sneak away this year to go a big trip in though.
I was actually thinking, do you know what? You know that thing about doing a mid-year get-together party? I really think that might be our July trip outside of your mid-month event. Potentially. Fraser will be good. When there's a question. Cape, unfortunately, isn't going to happen this year. There's not enough time. We can get a maximum 3 weeks under our belt, and it's not enough to go from Melbourne, do Cape enjoyably, and get back. It's just not.
It's too tight.
Not possible. The only way would be to put all the cars onto a freighter, have the freighter drop it in somewhere up at like at Townsville or whatever it is, then fly to Townsville, then skip the travelling between Melbourne and Townsville both ways to do it, and just I'm telling you that's not happening. That just sounds like a big mess of why we're even doing it. So we're gonna try another year where we can 4 to 5 weeks off, which 4 to 5 weeks off, that's hard. So it gives us more time to get all our business in order. Potentially no major trip this year. I know for Easter we're going to do Limestone Coast up in SA. We might do a catch up there. Some people want to catch up for a day, for half a day or whatever. Take the kids there. And then once Easter's over, I think mid-year we might, I don't know what we'll do mid-year this year.
I'm gonna get caught up with you.
Yeah, just for light, I guess. Maybe we might do something. Yeah, Glasshouse will be interesting. Don't know. I mean, all the tracks I see on YouTube for Glasshouse do not look like I should be doing a mini adventure with the expectation of driving the car back home, 3,000 kilometers. Could be interesting. I say that though, I mean, like some of the tracks that I look at in the high country, I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that in the adventure, because I'm pretty sure the adventure's traction control system is not going to be able to hold the car. Yet, every time, the damn car surprises me. I'm like, wow, the fact we're able to get up first go, because I'm always like, well, I'll give it a go. I'll just go slow and see how it goes. I just end up crawling up it, and I'm like, okay. And where did the track start? It didn't look as bad once you're on it. So I'm sitting there looking like this to the sky. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. There's a possibility with me toying with the ideas of putting, going back to 17 inches on these tyres and putting in bigger brakes, because I need bigger brakes to improve my traction control system off-road. It's either that or I chuck a true track in the front diff to see what happens. But then I think I will break something. Because at least now, if there's a situation where there's very low track, all the power will go through the four-wheel drive system, the rears will lock up from the true track mechanically, open diff will move powers to the front wheels, and the front wheels are purely controlled by traction control system. If it's that much bind up in the four-wheel drive system, the brakes won't hold, and all my power will escape out one of the wheels before blowing a diff or snapping a CV or, you know, doing something with one of the tripod joints or whatever down on the CV. But if I put a true track in the front, and I've only got an open center, when I give my foot a real go, it gets bound up, something is very likely to snap somewhere. I've never done a CV. I've never done anything in the driveline this tap ever. And I've done some.
You've blown the CV
No, you haven't blown a CV. You had a CV boot go. The cage is still fine. Boots go all the time. We've never destroyed the balls or the cages or anything in any CVs, or snapped any of the heads off or anything like that. But I think by putting a true track in the front where the full mechanical bind up is a possibility, something will go bang. So I'm just wondering if it's a blessing.
In an absolute spectacular crash, it would be great.
I reckon it'll just be a small little bang, and I'm like,
Shit to fix that.
Yeah, Little Red looks interesting. It's glass house. I don't know if we're gonna get. There's this little hole. So when you go up Little Red, there's this little hole on the passenger side that if you get stuck in, the four-wheel drive can never get up. Okay. Now I think the same would happen to us, but since we've got smaller tyres, if we don't kind of get the front popping and bouncing up, there's no way we get up that. But you can't hit it hard either. It's just one of those things where I have to actually be in front of the track to go. You wouldn't ramp it. You want to be able to just. The other good thing is, we can take a different line to four drives because we haven't got that high center of gravity. We could go. We might be able to go slightly off another way, and let the car kind of tip that way as we're going up really fast, where that would be a scary tipping angle for a four-wheel drive. So it's just one of the things. I have to go there and see it. He was the adventurer. Definitely do it. That's a adventurer bucket list.
I don't think I have one on my bucket list that I want to do.
This rain stopped. Now it's just wet out there.
I actually don't think I have anything on my bucket list of places I want to go off-road. Maybe. I wonder who the fuck that is.
Leave it here. I never liked it when random people added me on Snapchat.
Oh, I got it. Use my
Is
Snapchat
it getting
on
cool? Or is it just me? All right. So, any more Q&As? Otherwise, you might end up watching us go to sleep as well. It's kind of creepy, but I suppose people do on Twitch all the time, don't they? I don't know how they do sleeping streams.
It's 11 degrees in Bucky.
11.
What happened to summer?
Yeah, but
it's fucked off.
we always have rain. You can't filter out swear words.
Sorry. Oh, if we fall asleep, Fu might get his ASMR stream.
Oh my god. Jordan wants to go back to Townsville.
Uh,
I missed that comment. Oh, here comes a motorhome.
I think so.
What's up?
They demonetize YouTube videos now for swearing first time, second.
Yeah,
Something like that.
first 15 seconds, but I try not to swear because we've got a lot of people that, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people. I've had people message me and go, like they don't care, but they seem to be able to watch a lot more of our videos when they're sitting like in the living room on the TV, on the smart TV.
Oh, yeah,
And the problem is they've got kids. So it's not really an issue for them, but they're like, I would prefer to be able to watch it like with the expectation it's probably not going to be that way. I don't have to wait till like 9 o'clock to watch it. I just want to just chuck it on when we're having dinner and stuff. So
we do generally try.
I've tried very, very hard to
We do try very hard
to comply with. Obviously, live streams are a bit harder. Man, it was so hard at the start
It
because
was very hard. You know when it's worst?
when something's going wrong.
When you're working with a car. Well, we're lucky we weren't live for half of the time working on the motor. Oh, the spring and first wheel drive without working on the motor.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. Working on the car is not a. If you're language sensitive, probably don't watch any car fixing videos.
Not if I'm the mechanic.
I've had to put warnings too. On videos where I edit, I'm like, oh, this video makes no sense if I bleep everything out, or if I just cut everything out. So I'm just like, you know what, this video is one of those videos where I just put a warning at the start and just let it run. Like I still content control as much as I can, filter, but there's some parts where it's like, you want the context of the video, you're probably gonna need the swear words. And then I thought to myself, like there's a certain amount you don't have to bleep. Like you just bleep the center bit where you still hear the F and the N bit, and you kind of just, your brain just makes up what word it should be. But is that then censored or not? Like
Should be fire truck.
fire truck. Yeah, I suppose. That's interesting. Fire truck. Oh my god.
That looks very weird.
And it is. It's quite. Even our table's wet now. The sky is full of grey.
Bongos on Chris' leg.
No bongos on anyone's leg. Yeah, so next question. Sorry, I was just looking at something. Someone over there.
You need a haircut. And a shave. Beard's getting too long.
I do just wonder too if it's delayed on a video stream.
Well, there's a bit here.
Well, sometimes I ask a question and
I watched me Bongo's leg.
oh, you're testing the delay.
No, I was just watching Bongo's leg after I was like, back to stand up window.
How long was the delay then?
10 seconds.
Oh, is that all? That's not too bad.
I'll take.
I felt like we were more like a 30-second or a minute delay.
About 10 seconds. I'll take. Well, it is on my phone. It may not be that if you refresh it, might.
What else have we got on for the year that we have that we know about? Not much really.
Actually, there's a few projects on the list.
I can't believe it.
Go away, Rain. I have a few projects, some of it for all terrain, some of it for personal that I want to get done this year.
cool.
Elaborate on it? More riding. Definitely I want to do more riding this year. I didn't do much last year.
Can you guys hear that rain on the camera? I'm curious. I don't think, maybe they can't hear that rain. Get a paddock. I can hear the roof. Don't have the mic set. I think that when you're in 1 times length, the front mic is on. When you're in 0.5, I think this is the side mic. It actually takes away the front mic. Makes everything sound not going there.
I don't think putting a high roof on the Adventure is just an engineering requirement. Well,
No, I'm fairly sure it would be.
Well, the only person that really affects on having a high roof is me. See, Chris is fine. He's shorter.
See, we talked about that a long time ago.
What?
That.
You've been short?
No, the roof. Yeah, well, yeah, the roof thing. That's what gets me. Are we? Maybe people are pausing the video and resuming the video. I have no idea. They're not the most up-to-date version. They're like sitting 15 minutes behind. I reckon that was like 15 minutes ago.
Either that or
Truck was just having a think.
or Trucklife's been thinking about it for the last 15 minutes while he's making a coffee or something. Going, what? That actually is an engineering requirement.
Just been Googling.
It's just been Googling away for the last 15 minutes. Make one of those roof replacement tents work.
Oh, Jesus, God no.
Oh, you mean like in the Troopies where they cut them out?
Yeah, gee, God. Imagine that. Imagine that in adventure. What the hell? How much did you trim the roof?
Yeah, for yours, you have to trim it down. Because some I've already got the whole thing. I'd do it at the centre.
Yeah, that is a bit wild.
Oh, you know what'd be cool? If you cut it out, right, put a Perspex top in
Do you know what we should
on
do?
a push-up thing.
No. You know that other adventure we have with the standing back?
Yeah.
We should toy around and cut that up and see what we can actually make possible. I don't think you can cut the roof at all. I think if you cut the roof and take these chains and there's all sorts of stuff you have to do.
Getting tea, can't talk eating. Yeah.
Yeah. Understand.
Yeah, maybe. You'd have to check on the engineering requirements for it.
What company would even touch that? Like, yeah, mate. I would like to. I'd like you to figure out a way. Huh?
That old mate message it.
What's
You
possible?
could ask him.
Good ask.
You could ask him what it would be required to put a pop-up tent in one of these.
But there is a downside. Remember that. All that stuff I store on the roof.
You don't get access to anymore.
What do we got? We got fuel tanks.
Yeah.
We got 50 litres of fuel that we carry for a long distance.
So
Spare
how
tyre,
much have you got here? How much is your tank in here?
70 underneath, 50 on the top. Like 120 litres.
So I'm looking with the ute. If I can get that tank to fit, I'll make it all work. I'd be looking at 100 litres on board.
That's plenty. 100 litres will get you. So Simpson Desert. That's well, that's not enough for Simpson Desert. You
So I
probably
still need some jerry cans.
you need to carry 30 more litres.
But that gives me 100 litres on board.
20 litres. 20. You carry 30, but 20 litres will be enough.
If I can get it, I'll probably put a bigger tank in. Double that.
Well, how often are we doing Simpson Desert though? Why would you? Is it really worth going to all that trouble to get the extra 30? Like, I think 100 litres is good for most things.
Yeah.
If you're going to Simpson, just carry
And that's
a jerry can.
and that's on the fuel switch.
Yeah, I've seen some of the troopy ones that have racks on the top. I
A lot of weight on the roof.
You also got to realise the adventurers curve inwards as you come up. So even though the sides are wider, it'd be a very, very, very small pop up, whatever it is. And you'd want it to pop up behind this plastic thing, so you would get like a nice finish. Question always becomes, is it worth it?
I don't think so. I don't think it'd be worth it in the end.
Hey look, it's now erecting an antenna. pretty much what the caravan just did.
If I ever built a caravan, I'm 100% going to put a little voice line in when you put the antenna up so it goes spring. And not tell anybody.
Just a feature of there.
Oh, no, in the demo model, make sure it doesn't do it in the demo model, but
No.
only does in live production. So people come to like the caravan shows, oh yeah, look at this winds up, yeah, yeah. And then when they wind it up the first time when they're out, quick, spring.
So, yeah.
I would get so much amusement out of those phone calls and emails.
No, well, I don't think there's anything else really to talk about, so I guess that's...
We might wrap it up and go get some dinner ourselves.
Oh, I think I go to sleep.
Are you hungry?
I kind of am, kind of not.
I'm not really. I've been eating chips.
Yeah.
I am thirsty though.
Could have a steak at 10 o'clock at night.
Steak.
Alright, well, last questions if there are any, otherwise we'll pack it up.
Yep. Hoping to get a start on pig this weekend, by the way, guys. Wow, okay, more of a finish on pig this weekend. We've already started on pig trying to diagnose the engine issue.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to finish diagnosing the engine issue this weekend.
yeah, finishing, diagnosing, yeah, putting cats on and putting
the
the
cats
system
on.
back together.
Yeah, put the new cats on, see if that fixes the red problem, reconnect up the gas and see if it starts squealing at
Oh, we've got to find the vacuum line.
And
for the
we've got to reconnect the vacuum line for the brakes. As Chris
Well,
found out the other day, he went to move it and it had no brakes.
brake. Oh my god.
He's like, no brake pedal.
The brake pedal's as solid as a rock. I'm trying to press it to get brake pressure. I'm like, oh my god. We're rolling slowly towards the road right now out the driveway and we're not stopping. Shouldn't have tested the accelerator pedal. So it currently has no working brake booster because the vacuum line's missing.
So we'll work out which vacuum line's missing and reconnect it all back up. That'll be probably a Saturday job. Saturday, hopefully I'll get stuck into it, get it all tested out. And then we order all the parts in, and it won't be the following weekend because we're busy with the 11th. Speaking of that, is Nathan coming?
No, it's not coming.
Oh, he can't come? Sad panda.
Oh, it's alright. We've got, I think we've got 5 or 6 carburetors in here.
Yeah, I think we've got a few coming. So reminder in case, a reminder and slash.
I'll do the event now.
In case you guys didn't know, we are doing a day trip on the 11th. We summer up Lacola.
Yeah, I'm gonna set
Dargo
up some
way.
other events, do some other event dates.
Yeah, it'll be summer up Lacola way. We don't know the exact tracks yet. When the event's made and you guys are coming, do remember.
I actually think Burgoyne's track west is a doable track.
What's that? McAllister Riverside, the other side.
The other side, the non-river side.
Up staircase.
Oh, yeah, don't use the word staircase. That scares people.
That's what it's called.
I know, but it's not that bad.
So were the cats the issue? We think we haven't. I'm not sure yet because I haven't put the new cats on. Peter.
You never know. That might be graded too.
It probably is actually. So we suspect the revving issue that Chris was having at the start, where it won't go over 3,000 RPM, it just cuts the power completely. We suspect that is the cats.
And we do suspect that because when we held it down, tried to force it to get past the 3.5,
it just cuts it.
you would have smoke bellow back into the engine bay from somewhere. We reckon it was finding like a way to escape somewhere along the exhaust
Yeah,
line or
so we
something.
think one of the cats is possibly
So
blocked
I reckon, yeah.
or partially blocked. So we think that's what was causing the compression problem, where it was cutting off the power in the motor. The squealing issue, we are leaning toward it being the gas injector.
Because they were untouchably hot.
One of them was, yeah.
Just one of them. And I never really thought about, like, I don't know why. I actually went to touch them when I first messaged you, Peter. And I'm like, that's weird, that's really hot. I don't know if that's supposed to be hot. And I never thought about it again after that.
The other one was ice. One's ice cold and one's red hot. So we
But it's weird, because if it's on petrol, why would the gas injector?
It'll still pull the gas. It would still use a little bit of gas to see. The gas empty.
Yeah,
So we
it's
don't
a bit
know.
mysterious.
Potentially it could be the gas injector.
I'm not sure.
We've got a we've run it without the gas connected when I rebuilt it the other week. That was without the gas connected. So we have to see.
Yeah, let's just see.
I'll put the gas back on it, we'll fire it up again, see how it runs,
Go for a drive.
go for a drive in it
Once the brake boost is reconnected.
once the brake boost is reconnected, and then we'll loop it back around, and then I'll reconnect.
Not sure track. It's
And then we'll reconnect the gas system, and go for another drive and see if the squeal comes back.
if the gas system's cooked, I'm just gonna get a new intake manifold.
Yeah, I think
Having
that's
got
what we're
hole.
looking at. If the gas system has an issue and if it's what's causing the squeal,
I'm not
and
even
all
going
the
to try
problems,
and research it.
we'll probably just yank the gas system out. I think. Yeah. And then I gotta put the headlights back in, and new front bar on it, and then we're getting closer to getting it ready for roadie.
Yeah, I'm you're putting VZ headlights in it, so I'm actually wondering if you could put a VZ front bar on it now.
Who's putting VZ headlights?
Well, the headlights of the other car, the VZ.
I don't need the headlights. Those headlights in that other car are all faded.
Oh,
Bad.
I like it.
I want all the wiring looms.
Yeah, yeah,
I need the wiring looms to rewire it back up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Sorry.
sure we already said that, but I did take the HIDs out of it. We couldn't get the bigger battery on the other side with the HID.
That was so annoying.
Yeah, ballast.
Very annoying.
So I yanked all those out. Pulled the headlights out of it at the moment so I can finish ripping out the rest of the HID stuff. And I'll take all the HID wiring out of it, and I'll go rewiring some standard looms for the standard wiring. I'll probably just put LEDs in it for now. I like the LEDs in the headlights, they look clean. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And what's the next big project after once it's on the road? Next big project on the road is after that is the radiator conversion.
No, isn't it the 6-inch lift in your basement?
The next big project for that car will be the radiator conversion.
The VZ
yeah.
design. Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of the way that the VY radiator works. For those of you that don't know it
It needs a replacement radiator anyway.
It
We
does
put a
need a
temporary one in there, but
does need a replacement radiator. We put a temp one in there for now just because the other one had a crack in
for
it.
testing. So we worked out everything.
Yeah. So the VY actually has a bottle up the top near where the strut tear is, and that's the highest point. So you fill it in there, and that's when it all bubbles back from there.
Yeah, because the engineer's like, we can't stick a turbo here. You need to get rid of that.
No, that's very annoying to have to do. Whereas the VZ radiator actually has the bleed screw and stuff inside of it, and I think it's a much cleaner system.
Yeah,
it's better.
It's tidy.
It's a bit more tidy, and you don't
You
have
get free up
crap
everything.
everywhere.
We'll have to. Yeah, it's all a.
Learning curve. So I think we'll yank out the VY radiator, and I'll put the VZ system in, connect it all up. Probably rewire those the transmission intercore lines back into the radiator system.
G'day, CG. Just to please reiterate which Holden tent we are broadcasting from. We are in the main Addy, my one, and we're currently in New South Wales for work purposes. That is Wal's house for tonight.
Little pop-up
Unless, of course, he ends up staying in here. I can't kick him out. It's possible because it just started raining earlier on. But we're here for work-related reasons, so we just thought we'd go live. Probably been live for an hour, hour and a half.
For 80 minutes before, so probably an hour and a half, maybe a little over.
So we're just talking, chilling, doing our awkward, not very, a lot of. It looks on that camera because we're only on one-to-one lens. It looks like it's so cramped-y, and it kind of is, but it's actually also kind of roomy. It's weird when it's on camera. It looks like crap. I don't know why.
I am actually, if anybody knows, has any recommendations, I am in a market. I'm in the market for a new
One of those.
a new pop-up. I think they're called a stretcher tent. I've been able to look online. I can't seem to find something that's decent. A lot of them you seem to buy a swag and then stretcher that, and they come in 2 parts. I don't want something in 2 parts. I want something that's all one unit and it just snaps together, like it just pops out. I want something quick and easy to set up. That there I can set up and sit down in less than 10 minutes.
You know what? I actually just realised no one actually asked about any future vehicle plans today. Because
Keith did about what we had planned.
the Silver Adventurer, we didn't tell anyone about that.
What are you going to do with that?
it's getting a full off-road kit put onto it with sleeping quarters for a rooftop tent and sleeping quarters in the back for the kids. So the
That's
kids,
more of a tourer, though, isn't it?
yeah, that's tourer. That's a tourer adventure. So lifted on king springs, not so progressive springs, not linear springs, with power upstairs in the camper, power downstairs, lithium setup, light setup, netting, sunroof netting, rear tailgate window netting, so they can tilt and have windows open. It's pretty much you're going to be the ultimate adventurer sleeping tourer wagon. Designed to go to camp, take any tracks that we need to go to get to camp, park up at camp and be lifted to kids' headquarters, base camp for the kids.
So, Chase, that one there, that stretcher tent is the June one. Chris's kids both have the Austrail versions of that, the Austrail stretcher tents. I don't know about, because it looks like they've got a couple of new models now.
I used the kids one on a trip with Jordan.
Yeah, but I didn't like that though, because the way that the cover clips in, it has that black plastic clip, which I think is a bit flimsy. Whereas this one here actually has steel hooks that hook into an actual bracket, and then you can tighten it down.
No.
But I have looked at the Austrail one. Austrail actually have a new one. I don't know if it's. I think it is relatively new. So I did have a look at before. Austrail do have a blackout version of this, which has like blackout material, so it keeps it dark and traps the coolness / heat in there.
Does it?
Yeah. So they have a blackout version.
Okay.
So that's potential. I was looking at that maybe. I need to find somewhere that's got it on display though, so I can go look at it. Because one of the actual issues I do actually have with that tent is when it gets, especially in the summer, when it gets light at like 6 a.m, it gets very bright in there very quickly.
What I like about this adventure, I've got like curtains all around, even on the back tailgate window, and I could sleep till like 10 o'clock at night if no one bothered me. Morning, sorry. Did I say night?
Yes.
Yeah, morning.
So the blackout one's a potential. I was also looking at the potentially the Austrail Pro is another one that could potentially be a replacement for that. But the problem I find with it is there's not many variations available. Like there's only a handful of people that actually make those over here in Australia. Like you're looking at Austrail or Dune, and the rest are all swags on an actual stretcher. And the reason I don't want that is because I don't want to have to carry two parts. That makes it more annoying. I want one bag, the whole lot's in. I just want to have like one thing to set up. Basic setup. So I don't know if you guys know of any that are like overseas, or like maybe even like overseas brands or one that do it. If anybody has any recommendations, let me know. I've been looking. I only had a bit of a look. But anyway, guys, I think you'll get the event up for the 11th tonight. So if you want to check that out, maybe come along. Let us know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time. See you later.
See you later, guys. See you guys next time. Well, like, are we